All right, now we're recording. Cool. All right, so yesterday was interesting. As you know, I was quite busy with the YouTube and webinars and stuff, so I didn't really watch it. But watching it in hindsight was really good. So this is Apple. Um, Up here at the top, I noticed this double top here. Pretty good pattern. I didn't take it because the target would be down at the green line. The risk to reward was barely 1-to-1, 2-to-1, whatever. Not good enough. But if you did manage to take it, what was interesting is as it goes towards your target down here, you can see it found support at 240. That's the first time where it kind of starts really going against you, as in the bulls are back in the market. So there's a few things you got to make a decision on here. Do you cut it short, or do you exit the position? Do you take a partial? Do you de-risk it, put the stop at break even, and leave it? What do you do? This is an interesting decision point. And then it gave you another opportunity. It came back to 240 as well. And if you didn't make a decision earlier, you could have made it then, right? A few minutes later. So the market is a gold mine, always provides. So this was interesting. If I was watching it, if I was short in this, and after this hammer, I probably would have stuck the stop at break even. So it would de-risk the trade. Not taking any profits, but just de-risk it at least. And then went back down to 240, I'd probably take off 80-90% of my position. But anyways, this was an interesting one. So some unique stuff. Again, if you're managing trades actively, these are the things you need to think about. Let's see then. And the whole point really is, and I said this a few times yesterday as well, you want to think about the other side of the market. If you're in a short position, you want to pay attention to what the bulls are doing. When will the bulls get excited? And that's when you got to start being careful, as in start taking profits or change your mind and managing the position. Again, that's all for active management. Let me think here. No, there was nothing on Microsoft that was interesting. Yeah, let me see. NVIDIA, yeah, that was cool. Look at it. Came from up to down, then a big double bottom, right? The entry would have been above the level somewhere in this area. As your exit should be, well, ideally the stop should be way down there. That's too far. I'd put it probably halfway of the big giant white candle. And there you go. You got to move. You don't have to think too much about it. Even up here, it's close enough to your target zone where you can take it off. So that would have been a decent one. Oh yeah, AMD. This was interesting. We were talking about this when we were trading live yesterday. This bull flag, where you can identify the breakout or predict the breakout. And here, you got that descending wedge after a big run up. Before it became a descending wedge, you may have seen a double top right up here, right in this area. You'd have taken the short, perhaps. Your stop would be above it, and you just hold it through. If you don't see that, you can see a descending wedge. You get the breakout as expected from a descending wedge. The retest, even a second retest, this thing gave you like 4 opportunities to enter, and you catch that move. And then it gave you another descending wedge over here, which it did break out, retest, and again. So, I mean, tremendous opportunities. If I move the lines, even, you probably have a line down here, and you have a big double bottom down here to go up. So you can see these opportunities are amazing. Yesterday was an amazing day. Quite unique. Oddly enough, I was just not in the mood to trade, I guess. I just hardly took a trade. And what was this? Tesla, I saw something here. I can't even remember right now. What I'm seeing now, though, is in hindsight, you can see an ascending wedge here, and then sure enough, the breakout, even a retest, and off it goes, right? You can see the bottom's getting high and the top is there. It's not an ideal one. You really want the price action to hit the top and hold flat. But it's there. You can see the lower highs. You can also see this as an opening range. It's pretty much identified by the line here. You had a false breakout there. And then sure enough, it broke out of the opening range, came back and retested the area, and off you go, long, right? So there's plenty of opportunity. It's kind of ridiculous. And the whole point here, guys, I'm trying to tell you is that FOMO is just totally unnecessary. The market is such a gold mine. I mean, it's probably going to do this today as well. Give you a tremendous amount of opportunities. Look at Amazon. If you can catch that big double bottom, okay, that's the one I missed. And then at the top, what is this? This is a big head and shoulders pattern. You have left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, which always takes time to form. In this area, you may have identified it. So you enter somewhere there, perhaps. Your stop is right above the shoulder, and you're in this. You survived the chop, and you're in this, And then you may even have identified a double bottom, perhaps in this area. These are tricky, I think, but you can see these massive opportunities. So, you don't want to go chasing the market. You don't want to go jumping around. You don't want to do any of that. There's just enormous opportunities everywhere. Again, here, you might be able to identify a double bottom. It's not ideal, but look at the move on that thing, right? comes down, reverse. And this is a perfect reversal, really. A reversal happens after a trend. This is a downtrend. This is the end of the trend. Off it goes. This thing was in an uptrend, put in a massive reverse hammer. It's in the middle of the levels of the zone, so I wouldn't touch it there. But you can see the price action. It's pretty obvious, right? Big reverse hammer, the new low would be the entry, and off you go down. So, I mean, just watching this stuff yesterday, I mean, I was up till like 2 a.m. just watching this. Like, what happened in the market? Why didn't I see this while I was trading live? I think I took this one last night after the webinar, where Google broke out and bit of a consolidation, and I think I took it, yeah, just as it was getting strong, finding buyers in this area. So breakout, retest sort of trade, and took it in for the close. So again, tremendous opportunities. And these are only 7 tickers. You don't even have to have a watch list as them. These are just always there. So there you go, guys. Take it easy with the market. A lot of opportunities, a lot of different ways to trade. I mean, I'm even thinking I'm gonna narrow down my trading style, just become focused on reversals, because that's where the big money's made. So I don't know, maybe we'll see. But again, lots and lots of opportunities. Brad, yes, I'm looking at the 1 minute chart. I'm trying to get tighter entries, get earlier entries as well. And with tighter entries, tighter stops, so bigger positions. Just trying to work that stuff out. Cool. Liana, you
Good
were
morning,
watching?
Avi.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Everything good, Avi? Avi, one question regarding your Fibonacci levels. Why is the eight candle so important? The 8 a.m. candle?
Yeah, it's my understanding that that's when the market makers open for business and they settle all the orders that were placed overnight, or a lot of them. And when they settle these orders, they settle them at certain prices. Those prices get printed. You can see when you see the 8 a.m. candle form. If you're up at 8 a.m. watching this thing, it's incredibly jumpy. It's wild, really, and it's huge. Most of the time, it's a very large candle with wicks on both sides. As it turns out, I've observed that measured moves off of that candle work quite easily, quite often, as you can see here. This came from Thor, I think, 3 years or 4 years ago. He was talking about this 8 a.m. candle, and in his thinking was, if I'm not mistaken, is when the market makers settle all these transactions, they basically show their hand. They show like what levels are going to be important during the day by putting in the high and low of that candle. And so he used to trade a lot based on that, as in just flat lines on these levels. What I've done is taken that and expanded it and just put measured moves on that, and it seems to work all right. So at least that's my thinking. I don't know the truth about this stuff. You can ask Thor; he would know more than I do about this. He likes to study it. For me, it's just like, look, the price respects it. It works. You can put risk on it. Okay, use it. That's all I'm really
Excellent, Avi. Thank you very much. And I wanted to say that your webinar yesterday was very, very good. Thank you.
cool. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Awesome. Cool. Got a few guys in here.
Will the recording of the webinar yesterday, will it be available?
Yeah. I have the videos. I just gotta put it out there.
Oh,
So
yeah, no worries. Thanks.
So, gosh, yeah, I got a few guys in here saying you're gonna watch the recording. So cool, man. Yeah, it was the webinar of love, huh? With Valentine's and all that stuff. I was thinking maybe we should just talk about love instead of day trading, but it's not the point. Anyways, so I got a few minutes to the open. Let me know if you all have any questions, anything you'd like to discuss. I'm not going to do anything before the open. Wait for the open and then find these levels, and then we'll be on our way. Goddess, I could not get to bed after the webinar. I ended the webinar at midnight last night. It was probably 2 or 3 in the morning when I finally was able to cool down and go to bed. It's just so insane. And the weekend's going to be even more hectic. Yeah, Jacob, go ahead.
Sorry, Avi, I pressed it by accident. Sorry.
No worries. Oh. Got some new guys in here. Welcome. Hope you're finding your way around. Right. And we got Brendan. You guys know Brendan, right? From BBT. He's one of the moderators there. He's at the hospital right now with his wife having their first baby. Isn't that great? Amazing. We were just in Colombia a couple of months ago. His wife was pregnant and all that. Here comes the baby. What a great day.
That's nice. Your kid is born on San Valentine.
Yeah, ain't that something?
Yeah. Everybody remembers the date.
Yeah, massive.
Is it getting popular over there at Valentine in Dubai?
It's popular with the restaurants and the flower companies and the chocolate companies and all that stuff. And I'll be honest with you, I don't care. I think it's a joke.
Yeah.
I don't. To me, it's like I don't have to wait for a particular day to celebrate love. What the hell? I can celebrate that every day anyway.
That is true. But it's good. It's a good motivation for kids. They love it.
Kids, my kids are at a birthday party right now. They're probably getting a lot of chocolate, but yeah, kids love it. Yeah, all good, whatever.
After every chocolate day is a lot of activity required, physical activity.
Yes, yes. You're gonna see that today. I'm gonna finish trading and then I'll be running around the house till midnight again, probably in the backyard or something. Yeah, no, kids gotta enjoy it. They gotta go do their thing. Pascal, just for the French people.
Yeah, just for lovers in France. Not for everyone. It's very intimate.
Fair enough. All right, guys. The market is open. It is Valentine's Day. It is Friday. Make sure you don't trade something that doesn't love you. As in, wait for your setups. Meanwhile, I'll do the usual. Get into the finding these levels. Let's just zoom out a bit, make it easier. Let's see, where are we? These big 8 a.m. candles today. That one, right? There it is. Okay, there we go. Apple. Oh, Microsoft. There it is. Then we got NVIDIA. What's up with NVIDIA? Oh my goodness. It wants to go. Put this line down here. Get this thing out of the way. Look at that. Yesterday's move on AMD, 8 a.m. candle. The bottoms are pretty much at the same place. These levels are something else. How they really work. I'm really amazed that we didn't try this before. It's almost exactly like yesterday.
How come Avi like that 8 a.m. candle is always like a doji? Like that's crazy. Eh?
It is, right? It's pretty wild. There's all kinds of neat little things.
Yeah, every ticker it's like a, see there's another one.
Yeah. It's not actually price action. That's the thing, right? Price action will be buyers and sellers putting in orders and transacting. This is just the market makers hit the execute button and execute everything all at once, and then it has to get printed to the stock exchanges, and then we get that on DAS. It all happens in a second. But yeah, It's pretty good.
Pretty much they set for every day.
Yeah, they set their levels for every day, basically. So hey, why not play with them? Play with the big boys, right?
Yeah, completely makes sense.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Look at that. This is almost precise. I don't even have to move it for Amazon. Yesterday, same thing. Right. Meta is also almost the same. Interesting. Gotta say, guys, my trading lately has been very disappointing. I have not been trading as my usual self, where I'm pretty aggressive about taking positions, putting on size, not being shy about it. Like yesterday, I was just like shy about everything. Like, why am I just not getting into the market? It was weird, but it's been kind of how it is lately for me. So, anyways, I'm trying to get my head back in the zone and really just trade properly. Let's see how today goes. All right, there we go. All the levels are set, all good. Switch it to the 1 minute charts and start paying attention. So Apple made a move. Tricky. Oh, look at AMD. Whoa. Run. AMD in play for sure. You have Tesla as well. Yeah, right at the level. Very jumpy price action. That's why I don't like it. Don't want to trade the open. Amazon, look at that. Putting in big bearish wicks. And sure enough, going down. How far is it going to go? I'll just measure the move. Where do we go? 228 looks like a target on Amazon. Cool. Anyone in anything yet?
No, yeah, just waiting.
Yeah. It's worth waiting for it. Big moves happen later. They always happen later. Just a minute, guys. I'm going to try and fix something here quickly. Okay. Let's take care of it. All right. AMD, huh? Most interesting thing out there. Again, a pattern I like. I'm not going to trade it here. Not now. It's too early. Big bullish move. Puts in a long tail hammer. New high is the entry, and off you go. But there isn't a lot of room to the left. It's just not quite. I like to see nice consolidation for a while, and then in the middle of it, puts in this kind of deep hammer. And then it would be interesting. Tesla is almost the same in the other way. Got that reverse hammer, and off it wants to go. This is all opening volatility. Again, I don't like to trade this because it's hard to put on a big position, and you have to partial out. You don't get the big trades. You don't capture the big moves. So I'm gonna sit and wait. Tesla interesting. They're doing a retest right now. You can call it the opening range, and it's retesting from the bottom. I'm wondering if I should just always show up later anyways, just because there's nothing to do in the first 10, 15 minutes. Just sit and look at it. So today's schedule, guys, is I'm here with you till close to 10:30, and then 10:30 I get on YouTube with Carlos, and then at noon we have our happy hour in here in our Discord, and we get to tell stories of the week. So fun day. Friday's always fun.
My mic was off. I'm in NVIDIA, and it's become a little bit scary. Okay.
Take it easy. Yeah, it's a mess, huh? It's a mess. Again, you trade this if you're partialing a lot. See, because the open does this, it's all about
I'm heavy in it, and
Mm.
I'm scared.
Watch your risk, man. It's okay to be a little scared, but don't be freaking out.
Yeah, 138. I'll get. Okay, beautiful. Go, 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 go. Okay.
Hope is not a strategy, remember?
Yes, it is. Hope is not a strategy. You mentioned it a lot to me.
Yeah. I've talked to you about it for 2 years.
That was the first thing that you told me. And you mentioned it yesterday in your seminar.
Yeah.
Hope is not a strategy.
Yeah.
And man, it's moving. It should be go up. I mean, the setup is there, but it's jumping.
It should go up. The market doesn't owe you anything.
Yes, it is. It is. It does. Yeah. Totally agree. Totally agree.
Look at that. AMD put in that big reverse hammer, then you 1 minute lows the entry for the reversal, but it's just too early. And well, also it's right in the middle of these levels. These candles are too big. I can't put on a big size. The stop has to be so wide at the open. So I'm not going to trade this. I'll wait for it. And also look at Amazon. Did the move pretty close to the level. You could start exiting earlier, about a minute ago. Off it goes. And Apple has been nice and neat. Kind of tricky, but if you can catch the breakout there, that would be interesting. Google as well on this way. Go through the level, bounce off it, go up the next level, 1 level to the next. I mean, that's the idea when I'm trading. It's 1 level to the next. Look at that. This is a whole lot of fun. Lots of movement. Lots of movement.
Tesla is becoming for double top.
Let's see. Well, for a top, first it has to come from down to up. Then you have a top. Right now it's just going down. You could see tops up here. Perhaps you see a double top in this area. But it's going down. It can
The
make a
last
double
one doesn't
top.
count. The last top. Yeah, that one. No.
What, the first? This
no.
one here?
Yeah, that one.
No, not at all. That's a tweezer. That's just 2 wicks in the same place. That's not a double top at all. No. That's far from it. This thing is just weak, and it looks like it's going to continue being weak. A continuation kind of trade, not a reversal. Not at this point. There it goes. Continues down. And it'll keep going. You got to understand reversals. Like you have something like this on Tesla where it went from down to up and then put in a big double top right up here. That looks quite decent. And then off you go down. That's what a reversal looks like.
Yeah. Cool.
And look at that. AMD making the move. I'm not trading it, but the setup was pretty neat. Right there would be entry, the new low. But anyways, it's not in the zone I like. Cool. Yeah, already some good opportunities. Again, the market provides, right? The market always provides.
Hi, Avi, this is Dave. I went along on Intel at 24.74.
Okay. All right. See, the top of the 8 a.m. candle is where it's struggling, finding resistance.
Yeah.
That's where it is. So you're looking for a breakout. You're probably watching liquidity at what? At 25. There's probably big orders sitting there. So keep an eye on those things. There goes Tesla now as well.
Yeah, they're coming back here.
Take it easy with that. You're trading volatility, so you're partialing a lot when you're trading that stuff and trading this early. And that's how you de-risk it quickly. Here you go, Tesla. Was it 353? Hey, look at Apple, guys. Here's another one. Apple pushed up, found resistance, right? Then it broke out of resistance. Here it came back to retest, right at that resistance area, about 243, right there. And now it's on its way. I mean, this is This typical price action. You see this every single day. You can build trade books around this this sort of stuff. I used to trade all this. Let's see.
So, Avi, is this a good setup for Apple for long?
Not for me. It depends on your trade book. I wouldn't go long here because I want to get involved near the level. And I want to put in a big size. So I want small candles.
Wait for the pullback, and once it gets to the level, then we can think about it.
Yeah. Well, let it get to some level somewhere, any of these levels, and then we'll see. You have Tesla at a level now. You have AMD at a level now. Those are more interesting. Google's at a level. So watching these ones, even NVIDIA. The whole point of these levels is that's the area where I'd like to begin a trade and even target the profits. And I'm getting more and more interested in just trading reversals. It's actually good for the psychology, you know, because you're only really seeking out one thing. You're not even considering to put on a position in the other way, the other direction. So you actually have less confusion in your head when you're trading. So in that sense, that can be a part of your trade book. If you're getting confused, you know, just have a directional rule. Like you're just waiting for something to be firm in one direction, and then you're looking for the reversals. No continuations, ABCDs, all that stuff. You can do that. But again, if you're doing that, you understand you need a lot more patience. Reversals are also very difficult to trade, as in difficult to manage. Once you're in it, man, it takes a while to go and it messes with you on the way.
Avi, can you have a look at Roku 5 minute if you're not actively looking into this?
Yeah. Roku, you're looking at a 5-minute chart.
Is it a good setup to go short? Yeah.
I don't know. It already did the engulfing. I mean, you gotta have a target now. I'm seeing support right down here, even at the bottom of the 8 a.m. candle. So 97 in that area would be your target. Do you have enough risk to reward to go there? You want to look at breaking the engulfing, which it did earlier, broke through 100. But you can see there's a lot of support in this area right now. I wouldn't touch it. I mean, I don't touch this stuff, but if you kind of trade the open like this, then you want to have the 1-minute chart. You don't want the 5-minute. On the 1-minute, yeah. So if you have a level down here, this is support, right in this area. You can the action for now, it's choppy here, but this is a setup for a breakout. It could break out as in go down, break through the level. The setup is there, or it's forming, but it's not there yet. The setup is forming. I wouldn't play with this stuff. This is volatile. This is a mess. This is you got to trade like Andrew. You get in heavy positions and then partial every 10 cents, you know, as it pops in your favor. Otherwise, you can't manage the risk on these sorts of things. It becomes impossible. So, you know, there's easier ways to make money. Instead of that, you know, look at this. Just Tesla, just a reverse ABCD, hit a level, putting in a reversal. I mean, how much easier is that? You know?
Yeah, I already took short on this one at 360.
Okay, nice. There you go. Yeah, there's easier.
Pullback happened, then I took the short at 360.
There you go. Yeah, it's better to trade that way. It's easier. Microsoft put in a double bottom, but again, it's not where I can enter the position. It's in between levels. Look at that. One bottom, second one is higher up, and the candle's so big that the entry is here in between these areas, and can't even target anything. And it is a double bottom because it came from up to down, right? At a downtrend, and then the trend ended and reversing. Amazon's very similar. But nothing for now, nothing yet. Let me catch up here on the chat. Yes, Dean, I do wait for the lines. Yep, you got it. Thanks, Dan. Rajat, you're an MU. All right. Cool. Good. And Tesla is just such a great example today of price action. Look at this thing. Level to level. Just gonna bounce around these levels. You can trade this thing long and short all day. Even Google. My goodness. And there it is. Oh, no, I'm going to have to go long on NVIDIA in a minute. Yeah, NVIDIA, very interesting. Let's see what we can do with this. This candle closes as a big hammer. Might be a long position here. Let's get ready for this. How much risk on this? Oh, no, not gonna go 0 DTE. No way, no way. It's too much risk on that. Okay. It's a really wide hammer, 360. It would be like a, wow, 40 cents stop. 40 cents? It'll be less. I'll probably put 100 contracts on this because the stop has to be quite wide. That's a good shape. There it is. New high would be the entry. And let's go up. Let's make a good strong high here. Come on. Where is it? There it is. 50 and 100 contracts. There we go. Long on NVIDIA, going up. Put the stop down there for now and then tighten it up. I don't like the stop being so wide. That's why I have to put a smaller size on this. The target is way further up. I can't even see it. It's let's get it up there. There it is. Okay. Yeah, basically high of day and above. Where is high of day? Gosh. Yeah, I gotta tighten the stop very quickly. All right, there's one for now. AMD is also interesting, getting up into the level. These contracts are going to be really swirly. You know, you can't really trust this contract to mimic the price action closely because this is next week's price action or next week's expiry. It's going to get messy. I should probably put the stop below these wicks rather than the big one down there. So it'd be up here. Let's tighten it up a little. Don't want to be taking too much risk on this stuff. Not until I'm in a good position to add in. I'd like to add in. All right, now it's wait and see. And Tesla's putting in such great moves and big moves. Just can't find a trade on this, but it's good, man.
Avi, could you? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, as a beginner, could you re-explain what you just did, like a bit slowly, so that I can get it?
Sure. So NVIDIA, what I'm seeing on NVIDIA, just zooming out really, is you can see that it's basically in an uptrend. It's been going up, and then it hit this level of resistance. It broke out of that, and at the open, it's come back to it. So let's go now, zoom into it. You can see it broke out of that resistance, and it came back to it. And this is just a retest of the breakout, the breakouts here in this area. It did a retest earlier as well. And so I'm thinking it's retesting the turning resistance into support. And then it put in this huge hammer right here. This hammer is very interesting. What I like is on the tail of this hammer, you can see it hasn't been here in a while, right? It's got room to the left. That's a good sign. It's telling us that it doesn't want to be there. It wants to go away from there. And so when the hammer closes, and it closes decently close to the zone in the area, then it's telling me the bulls are in the market. And the confirmation to enter is the new 1 minute high. It makes a new high off of the hammer. That's the entry for the long. And I'm targeting further up. As far as the stop is concerned, I had it down here. I've tightened it up a little. It's a very wide stop. It's not as well. It's not normal. I don't like to have it so wide, but the price action is dictating that for now. But I've tightened it up already. And now that's it. Now I'm just going to let it run until it hits my target or it hits my stop, one or the other. So that's it. That's the whole strategy on this. Hope that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, it does. Even though I will have to see watch the replay.
Yeah, no worries. And again, all these videos I've made on the strategy and what it is, what to look for, the nuances and stuff. Please look at those. That's where you can really get up to speed on all this stuff, so you're not so lost in these sessions. Beginning to see a double bottom, perhaps on Tesla. Yeah, it's made a move down. Maybe this is where it finds support. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm looking at Tesla for a possible opportunity.
What about Meta?
Meta is a mess, and I'm just about frustrated with Meta right now. As you know, it's been really hard to trade. It's been putting in enormous moves without me. You know, it's just been frustrating. Right now, no, I don't see anything. It could have been a double top, but it's made a new high, and I don't see a breakout set up. I just see chop. So I just think it's going to sit there. It's not going to go anywhere. I've really got to tighten up the risk here on this NVIDIA position. But it's about as tight as it can go right now. Can't do anything. All right, Tesla is interesting. I'm going to get ready for this opportunity. If this truly is a big double bottom, and just looking at proportions, the bottom is so big, so the trend must be bigger. So I would be targeting way up there. Crap. These candles are faster than 1 minute stuff, or 5 minutes. Where is the Tesla contract? Okay. So it's a good double bottom. It's printed a bullish candle. I would enter up there and put the stop below and then target further up. So let's see if it makes a new 1 minute high. This will be a very wide stop. More than $1. Take like 40 contracts, 50 contracts on this. If it does a new high. So I'm still waiting for the confirmation to enter. Let's have a look. We do 45. No entry yet, still waiting. Setup is complete, but the confirmation is not there yet. Oh, come on, Tesla. Let's be good today. AMD did it nicely. So you want to wait for these new highs to enter, because that's telling you that it's not just that the buyers are there, but the new high, the confirmations are telling you that the buyers are stepping up their bids. And you know, you want that. Otherwise, you know, it's not going to go anywhere really. You need buyers to step up for these long positions. There it goes. There's a bit of a pop. I'll hit into 355 and I'll be in this. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. There it is. Okay, let's get into this. Whoops. Oh, I'm buying power. I put all my buying power already. I'm actually working with a much smaller account than I'm used to. Oh boy. Okay, that's full buying power for now. I should have remembered that. I didn't working with a smaller account. Anyways, no big deal. Still in it. So the stop is down here about 10.20 or so.
So Avi, you see double top here? Sorry, double bottom here?
Yeah, on Tesla, big double bottom.
The levels,
big,
okay. Yep.
And looking to go up basically 363, way up there. So enter was about 1144, looking to target about 16 or so, somewhere way up there. I gotta say, it's kind of nice having a smaller account. It's less stressful. You have less money to lose at your fingertips, you know? If you get overexcited, go too big, it's easier to lose that money. So, cool. Let these little ones run.
NVIDIA has some pretty big orders in the market too.
Or the big orders, 137.
Yeah, they're kind of in weird spots. 137.25.
Avi, what do you think about Google?
Google, let's have a look. I see a whole lot of chop.
Sorry, Meta. I meant Meta.
Yeah. No worries. Meta. Again, still chop. I mean, overall, still looking bullish, but it's not in a place where I would touch it. Right? It's kind of a little far from the line, from the zone. Let me think. What else can I think about this? It has, yeah. There's no pattern that I would trade. When you get the descending wedge, you can think about it, the breakout of high of day. It's got that flavor to it. It's doing it right now, but it's not a breakout. It's not a strategy I trade, right? It's like breakouts. There it is. It just happened. Ascending wedge.
That cup doesn't tell you anything?
This cup and handle sort of thing. I don't use that in day trading. That's more like, it works. It works nicely if you like that strategy. But I think I don't use it because it's too subjective. You have so much leeway in that, too much room to mess around with it, you know? You want more precision in your trading. Tesla, yeah.
Avi, what do you think about AMD? Would you identify it as a double bottom?
No, it's going up. So it had a double top. This is not a bottom. This is on the way up. A bottom is when it comes from up to down, right? And then it puts in a bottom.
Good.
This is just getting higher and higher. The buyers are stepping up more and more and more. That's all that's happening here.
Great.
This is in a very big trend, wide kind of trend.
It's not a break and retest also.
Well, you want break and retest. What you want is consolidation first. Those are the good ones. I don't see any consolidation anywhere. This is just moving in waves right now. I don't see any consolidations. Oddly enough, I'm beginning to see a double top on NVIDIA now, even though I'm in a long position here. But it's not in the right place. See the top and the top there after a move up. But it's right in the middle, so I'm not going to touch it right in the middle. Meta, there it goes. Yeah, no setup that I would trade, but it likes to go. Look at that. Big, big, big. So let's get these levels in the right places. Whoa. Oh, right about there. So about 734 or so would be a target on Meta if you're in this. That's why I tell you, I get so frustrated with Meta because it goes, but it does not give a setup before it goes, at least for the way I trade. It does that way too often. It just doesn't provide a setup. And I'm going to stop out of this Tesla one very quickly. This is beginning to look like a short, like it's going to break down. Where is it? Yeah, very close to the stop. It's probably going to hit that in a minute. There it is, hit that. And there's a breakdown. That's a descending wedge. It's not clean. Well, actually, it is pretty clean. You'd like it to be tighter. But Tesla's weak. So oh, no, you got news coming in 2 minutes. Cool. What kind of news? It's 10 o'clock. I should be up in a moment here. What kind of news we got? I'm in this NVIDIA position, still active. Now let's see what happens. It's 10 o'clock. Hop with the news. Yeah, Ratchet. Apple is very clean. Very neat. It's been, I like it. Small candles, easy to handle. You can put on size on that. I got to figure out what to do with this account. I made it small because I was trading SPX options. But I stopped trading SPX options, so now I should just reload it again. But that's not a habit I have. But let's see. So what is this news? Tesla wants to go up. Apple wants to go up. It's all mixed up. Everything's up and down. These NVIDIA options are a little spooky. You can see the action here, right? Be very careful with these contracts. You can see the price. It's not really following. The options are not really following the price. That's why it's very tricky. You got to really watch this. You got to be flexible with your risk in this case. And that's not
Hi, Abby. On Meta, there's a 5-minute hammer, but it's above the range. What do you think of that? And it's got a long candle to the left, I guess. So probably not good.
I'd be careful with it. It's tricky because it's close to the range, and you'd enter short. But where'd you put your stop? Way up there, and then trying to go down. I had the same issue with NVIDIA, right? Where'd you put the stop? Because it's so wide. There are many times I take this trade. You can see this as a reversal. I think it's all right. I think the setup's okay. But watch the risk to reward side of it. Well, okay, NVIDIA stop as well. Watch the risk to reward side of it. Because you're going to have a wide stop. And then how far is it going to go to give you even 2-to-1? So that may want to keep you out of it. Otherwise, I think it's a decent setup, yeah. Good catch on that. There we go. All right, stopped out on both those, NVIDIA and Tesla for now. Let's see what sets up. Microsoft, Marco. Let's see.
Hey, Avi, a quick question.
Yeah.
So on this NVIDIA, right? So you took the position, and then after, I mean, it went up and then it came down. I mean, I think it did give an opportunity to exit before much loss. I mean, you see the 5 minute it printed, very bearish candle, right?
Yeah, on the 5 minute, yeah, I see it.
So did you not consider that, or you just stick to the stop loss and say, you know what, let it go? I mean, after this bearish candle, it most likely would go down, right?
Yeah, it could. Sorry, just a moment. I'm beginning to see another one on NVIDIA as well. Let me see if I can catch this. 0 DTE is not going to be healthy right now. Just a moment. Let me see if I can put something on here. I'm thinking this is a good long as well. That's the same contract. Let's see, 135. Got the money a little. 137. Ooh, that'll give you a bigger pop. So this one will have a 25 cents stop. So let's see. Yeah, there it is. Okay, this is good. Could put more size on this because it's a smaller. I don't even have the buying power to put the size I want to put. It sucks. I haven't had this problem in a long time. All right, 265 would be the exit. This is slightly out of the money. You get a bigger pop out of it. Now I'm manipulating options to get a bit of bigger pop out of it and get better risk to reward, basically more leverage. Be careful with this though. If you're going out of the money, you gotta be more careful. Yeah, so on NVIDIA, the thing is, I was telling you earlier, right? I was beginning to see a double top forming while I was in the long position on the 1 minute chart. And yeah, if you see that and it spooks you, yeah, okay, exit the trade. But I've seen that a million times, and I've sat through it, and then it runs. You know, like again now, look, it's running. If it didn't stop me, I would have still been in it, and now it's going. So, I mean, I kind of see it that way. Reversals are hard to trade. Reversals always mess with you, and this is one of those occasions. It messes with you. It spooks you out very often. So managing reversals is a real. It's a tough one, man. My preferred method of managing it is don't look at it. Don't manage it.
Yeah.
You know,
I
otherwise,
was just thinking that we apply the same logic, right? Which we take to enter the trade, to exit the trade as well. Although it did not hit our stop loss, right? Possible.
Yeah. Again, with your experience with the probabilities, what works for you more often? With the journaling, you would find those answers.
No, makes
for me, when I leave it alone, yeah, I get more losses and stuff, but the winners are just enormous. And you've seen those, right? So
yeah.
Let it run, let it be. Mariko, you were talking about Microsoft double bottom. Yeah, it's possible. I was seeing it earlier there. You can even see it happening. These bottoms are just getting higher and higher. But let's see, it came from up to down, putting in the bottoms. Yeah, you can see it as a reversal. But if you'd entered it, it would have been in the middle. Again, I just find it a little too far off from the lines. Just too far. Just a little careful with that sort of thing. Again, risk to reward. You want to enter your trades at close as possible to these areas. That's when it gives you a good opportunity. You can manage risk. At least that's my thinking. That's the way I do it. You could have other things, moving averages and whatever, and then that's a different world. Ratchet, you're an Apple. Cool. Apple want to go. Break high of day. Nice. Apple. Why the hell can't I get into Apple? I'm messing around with NVIDIA all day. Look at Meta. What a disaster. Cool, guys. So yeah, another 20 minutes or so I'll be here with you, and then I gotta go talk to Carlos on YouTube. And we'll have some fun with that. And then the plan is to be back here at about noon. We have our regular Friday thing. Friday happy hour.
This NVIDIA is printing very nice candles, but if you see on the L2, it's a lot of orders on the both sides. I mean, maybe Shan and Omar can see on Bookmap.
Yeah, lots of activity on NVIDIA. So it's if that's the case, lots of volume, lots of interest. It's gonna pop. It's gonna make a big move today somewhere. Yeah. So far, it's in a bit of a range, and it's put in some big bearish candles on the downside. Sorry, big bullish candles. So yeah, could be fun. Let's see this thing run for 140 today, huh? Yeah. I don't see any other opportunities. Maybe Tesla. Tesla's actually just choppy right now. It's not doing anything.
Well, it looks like more indecisive, Avi, in the NVIDIA.
Yeah, it's just kind of sitting at the range. The thing is, it keeps hitting it, and the buyers are very, very solid. You can see them there, right there. Those wicks are interesting. You got to pay attention to wicks. I always like to pay attention to them, and I like to see it's putting higher and higher wicks. Wicks are great. Wicks are healthy. You know.
Yeah,
You can see what buyers are.
That's a very good point, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you see both on the bid size and our size, there's tremendous amount of orders coming in and going.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna explode one way or another. So, entertainment.
Just like Elon Musk was saying, if the rocket didn't fly, the entertainment is guaranteed it exploded.
I love it. I didn't even know he said that.
Yeah, it's always amazing to see your positions. Well, Avi. Either they're 50K in or 50K out. Elon Musk rocket. Huh?
Oh yes, let it run, let it explode.
Entertainment is guaranteed on the Valentine's Day.
Entertainment is always guaranteed. Yeah, always. Why do you think they stuck me on YouTube every day? Entertain people. Oh, what am I, a clown now? Just doing all this. Oh boy, come on. Ugh. I feel like I got into the most stagnant stock and orders on both sides and not going anywhere. But whatever.
Yeah.
Tesla breakdown happening now. Low of day. Possible break. If you guys like breakdowns, breakouts, it's right there. It's pushing very weak. Boom, there it goes. 350. It's a scalp thing. Again, you're trading breakouts, you're scalping. I don't want to touch it. Trying to catch the big ones. Cool, cool.
Avi, what's the next level for Apple?
Apple. Let's have a look. Did I put a level up there? Not yet. So let's look at it. Yeah, around the 246 area, right up there. 245 is a big obvious number, and then you have 246.
Thank you.
There we go. Come on, NVIDIA. Stop playing games. Probably look further up on NVIDIA. I mean, these moves are pretty large. Yeah. Go for high of day and then see if I can reload the position to go further. This is interesting. It pops up to 137. This is a 137 contract. So I went out of the money with this. As it goes in the money, so close to 137, the contract value explodes. It accelerates. And especially as it goes through the strike price. It's going to go through 137. This thing will accelerate. So let's see how that happens. And then you get a big pop. Again, it's more risky. It's more leverage. So you want to watch it. I used to trade all this stuff, this out of the money options with fractal patterns. That was wild last year, if you guys remember. Scalping at the open, first 10 minutes or 15 minutes, be done with the day, and out of the money. Very, very fast, very scary, very stressful. Profitable, but not enough. Well, the thing is, you can actually manipulate things to, get these bigger moves out of the options while you're capturing small moves on the stocks. Again, that's out of the money stuff, and that's what I was doing then. Kind of weird. I think the real powerful thing is if you go out of the money options on these bigger trades later in the day. That is huge. That's like trading SPX. It's wild. So let's see. Might work on that. There you go. Tesla did a false breakout. Came right back in, right? See that? So I don't like breakouts. You get a lot of false breakouts. You have to partial very quickly. You have all this garbage to deal with. Very, very common. Yeah, Jay, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
All good, man. All good.
Have you thought about scalping SPX?
I have. I did. I even tried it last year at some point, and you saw a couple of weeks ago I was doing that. Well, not scalping, but I was moving, trying to catch bigger ones. The whole idea of scalping is something I'm stepping away from more and more and more. I've done enough of that over the years. Just wanna. It's too messy. Like if I was doing scalping stuff, I would be scalping Tesla on that breakdown. You know, and these trades are just. You got to be so intense when you're watching stuff. You got to be so precise, and then you got to scale out very fast. All that stuff. It's just not a mindset I want to put myself into again. I don't find it worth it. I find this a lot easier, just easier. You know.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it, and it is scary, and it's I don't know. It was fun, but I stopped it too, and it just I had my bigger wins, and I had my bigger loss with the SPX.
Yeah, there you go. Right, it's scary, and you have one day where you're not as precise as you normally are, and you have explosions. Again, your account just goes away. So
Yeah.
please be careful with that stuff. Sean does a lot of that in BBT. One of the newer moderators here. He scalps the SPX stuff, and you can watch him trade. He's very sharp, but my God, you can see it in him. He gets excited, and then he gets really down about it. Then he gets excited, and you can see what you have to go through. I don't want to go through that. You know, it's like I'd rather be more emotionally stable. It's just a choice, you know. So that's how
For
that
sure.
goes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, what is happening here? Things are moving. Even if things pop up now, I can't take a new position because I'm all invested, full buying power at the moment.
NVIDIA is struggling with the gravity. The rocket is moving.
This damn NVIDIA thing. Sometimes I don't know what I do on Friday. I wonder if I should even be trading because the mindset is so relaxed and just like it's Friday, man. Come on, I just want to. So you know, either it goes or it doesn't. It's funny. I get some of my best trades on Fridays, and I think it's a mindset thing because I tend to be more like down and exhausted from the week, and therefore I'm just not as intense. And then the bigger trades happen, as in I just let it run. So I don't know. I think I'm observing that with myself. Anyways, all that. Dean, as a newbie, do you suggest only one trade at a time? Yep, definitely. One trade at a time. Wait for one particular setup you're looking for, put it on, and work on that. And as a newbie, though, I'd recommend get into the trading terminal replay mode. Use the replay mode. Practice your setups, your strategies. Do it a lot. I do it all the time still, even when I'm looking for different styles or I'm trying to improve my trading. Whatever I'm working on, I'm always in the replay mode, working on it in there. So very important. And you had SPX all-time high. Let's look at the SPX. I haven't paid attention to it. No, SPY. Yeah, all-time high and comes back down, huh? Yeah, big resistance area. Let's see if today's a breakout day. We don't know. A lot of fun. You can see there on NVIDIA, guys, it's really obvious, and it's just talking to you. It's resisted around the 137 area earlier, and it's struggling. Same thing right now. You can expect resistance there. It's just telling you what's what. And here you go, guys. For those, somebody was an Apple earlier. Who was it? Roger, yeah, you got Apple? I don't know, somebody took Apple. Here you go. Breakout, retest, and off it goes. So an opportunity possibly coming up here in a moment on Apple. So anyways, I can't take anything. You got it, Rachel? Right, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's just doing a retest now. This is not going down in my view. Not yet. But it looks good. Looks good for a strong move.
Good to know. Thank you.
Dean, you're watching the NVIDIA trade. You want to know when to move the stop. Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even pay attention. I told you guys I'm not as sharp as normal. Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I should move the stop. Didn't even think about it. So the last big set of buyers was really there, but my entry's down in this area. I'll move it below this candle here, give it a bit of room. So that would be in this area. Just move it up a little bit. There you go. That should do it. And these are out of the money contracts, and Okay, there we go. Thank you for the reminder. It just saved me a few $1,000 if it went down.
How do you see this going into resistance? Why not partial out here?
Well, you don't make good money if you keep taking partials, right? So I'm willing to take the risk on this. Put it that way. It could resistance. There are breakouts. It could break through resistance, or it could not. And again, I've seen this a million times where I've made decisions based on this. But on as far as targets are concerned, these levels are incredibly powerful. Like when it gets to this big resistance up here, another 40 cents or whatever it is, I'll probably start partialing out in this zone. So the whole thesis of the trade is up there, and this may stop me out. It may not. I have no idea. I don't control this. Just put on the risk and let it go up. I'm willing to lose that money if it doesn't work out. So I've already accepted that before I put the risk on. And then also I'm willing to wait for it if it struggles on the way. Again, you're trading a reversal. Like I was saying earlier, reversals are very hard to manage because of this stuff. It just messes with you. So my whole thinking is try and leave it alone. Tighten up the risk a little bit and then leave it alone.
Interesting. Yeah, I just my thought process is like there's a big order at 137.25. It's really struggling to get there.
Yeah.
Tell me like what you think about it. It's like, why not take a little bit off here, and then if it breaks, add back into it.
Yeah, you can. If you want to do that, there's nothing wrong with that. I used to do that a lot. You're actively managing the trade there and you're paying attention to it, and you can. I don't like to do that anymore. It's just more work.
Interesting.
Just let it run. And again, the biggest trades I ever get are the ones that just run, where I risk and it becomes like 10 to 1, 20 to 1. But you have to survive this stuff. Put it this way: you want to get a 10 to 1 trade, you got to earn it. Earning a 10 to 1 trade is doing this stuff, just sitting through the pain. So just sit through it. And I'm just trying to evolve my trading into that direction. And realistically, I should put this on like a 30-minute chart or something and leave it alone. But that's all right. I'm just watching it for the level.
What do you think about? I mean, it's gone now, but a Google double top.
Google. Where'd it come from? Zoom out a bit. Yeah, it came from down there, and the top was earlier. Now it's just messy. If anything, it pulled up to this level and tested it. So no, it's hard to see this as a double top. I don't see it that it came from down to up, right? You can see that it went to that level and rejected it. So that's an area of resistance right there. Now I can't see a double top on this. Again, a double top is at the end of a bullish run, right? It hasn't had a really big bullish run. And this is just a big, wide movements, big waves, really. Hard to see this as a double top. Actually, AMD was closer to a double top than anything else. This was bullish, and then you have these tops over here, right? You can even see it later. There's a top here, and then the lower tops. You might have taken this one. It's not so bad, too. Oh, crap. Hold on. NVIDIA. There it goes. Exploded. Yeah, you guys got to tell me about that. All right. Let's take a lot of this off. Oh, okay. Leave a bit to run. It's just 6 contracts left. Stick it at break even and better. Boom. There we go. Get to make money for a change. You see that pop? Holy crap. Here's another thing. Look at these contracts. They're so wild. This out of the money stuff. When NVIDIA went through the price, it went and hit the level, right? So you'd expect the contract to also go through the previous high and hit the level. It did not. You can see it just decays with time. That's the out of the money problem. Also with 0 DTE, that's the problem. So you gotta be very, very careful with these contracts. All right, good. There's one down, one worked, 1 out of 3 so far, and there you go. If you keep the risk small and let the winners run, you get all you need is 1 out of 3. You can work with a low win rate. Cool.
Sorry, can you have a look at the Tesla 5-minute? There was an engulfing green candle.
Yeah. All right. I gotta get out of here in a few minutes, guys. I got Carlos gonna start calling me in a minute. Engulfing, all right, yeah, I don't like engulfings for day trading. They're just not good. And this big bullish engulfing, I don't call this an engulfing because look, it didn't engulf the low of the previous candle.
Oh, okay.
You know, if it made a big wick down there and then engulfed and like this, then you say, okay, cool, engulfing. But engulfing on daily for intraday trading is not so effective unless you're doing opening scalping. That's another world. So there you go. That's what I think of it. All right, guys, I gotta end this and hop onto YouTube. We're gonna have some fun on YouTube, and then back in here for happy hour at noon. Okay, so once again, you're gonna get an overdose of me talking. So mute me.
Thanks, Avi. Thank you, Avi.
Thanks.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Take it easy, guys.